Leo, what's up, y'all? What is good? What it do? We're going to take a little look here tonight and see what's going on with you guys for the first week of June. So, if you're a regular OG follower of mine, you've probably noticed that I'm changing things up a little bit this month. I want to start doing weekly check-ins. That's not all the month of June is going to consist of, but I want to throw that in the mix with everything else. Honestly, that was my wife's idea, and I think it's fucking badass. I'm like, dude, I never thought of that. Weekly check-ins, you know? I love that. So, all right, this is just going to be a short, sweet, quick, general, energetic overview. For those of you who need a personal reading, you can find all the information on that down here in the description of this video. And for those of you who are catching this on time, we only got a few more days, June 1st. And my course on how to read the tarot is going bye-bye. I do not know when I'm going to break that course back out. And I'm not sure which course I'm going to break out for the month of June. We're going to figure that out on the fly. But guess what? I am working on a new one behind the scenes. And that's going to be a good one. It's going to be a real good one. So, all right, let's jump into this. I just want to get a quick, general, energetic overview of the person you're dealing with and the energy surrounding them. Quick, general, energetic overview of the person Leo's dealing with and the energy surrounding them. How's it looking? Page of Pentacles reversed. So they do keep an eye on you. And I think they were doing things to try to get your attention. But since it didn't work the way they had hoped, they're not doing that anymore. They're just silently watching you. Hang on. They know what they want to say to you. They definitely know what they want to say. Oh, yeah. They know what they want to say. So I think, I kind of think they would like to clear the air with you, honestly. They still obsess over you, though. They do still obsess over you. Now, they may have given up on trying to get your attention, but they're still waiting for you to come forward. And spoiler alert, they know what they want to say, and I think they have plans of probably throwing a pity party. Throwing a pity party. Boo-hoo, poor pitiful me. This is what I went through. Boo, boo-hoo, 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 you know. So that, like, see, since they know what they want to say, they probably know what you're going to say, too. And that's why they're going to throw the pity party, to try to mitigate you know, giving them a tongue lashing, probably. For those of you who dealt with somebody that had an addiction issue, if you're curious, no, they have not gotten clean. I know that's not all of you, but I know it's some of you. All right, yep, they are unable to move on from this. Could be a Scorpio for some of you. Could be a Virgo. Could be a fellow Leo. I also have Capricorn here. Now we got Aries there. Could be anybody, y'all. Those are just energies. All right, just threw Libra on the table there. Let's see what their intentions are at the deepest level. What are their actual intentions? Are they really wanting to, like, work this out in the right way? Meaning open up, be open, upfront, vulnerable, honest. Or are they just going to try to bullshit their way into this situation? What's this person's intentions? 10 of Wands again. That was in the last spread. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but hang on. So this is weighing on them very heavily. They're very burdened by this. Very much so. Moon card reversed. Well, they do want to reconcile. They do. Eight of Cups reversed, Tower reversed. And I do think that they have some things that they want to get off their chest. But in retrospect, retroactively, I don't think they plan on being honest moving forward. How am I going to explain that? So, have you ever seen somebody, they do wrong, they do you dirty, you know, and in order to get back in your good graces, they open up, tell you everything that you want to hear, say everything that they're supposed to say, you know, just enough to get you trusting them again. And then they go right back to the way they were. It's kind of what this feels like. Kind of what this feels like, man. So, hang on a second. Oops. Let me dump these ashes real quick. Yeah, that's what this kind of feels like, dude. So, they do want to reconcile, though. I just don't think they truly, genuinely plan to make a real honest change. Not retroactively. You know, maybe in the beginning, they'll lead with their best foot forward. You know, they'll be open, upfront, 100% honest until your guard is completely fucking down. And then, boom, right back to what it was. And, whoops, that's when you experience a repeat cycle. All right, well, is this person taking any actions towards Leo? Taking any actions? Are they taking any actions? Whoops. Two more shuffles, two more. Queen of Pentacles. Probably not. I think they're standing pretty firm. They're standing pretty firm. Like I said, they were trying to get your attention. Didn't really seem to work, so they're not doing that anymore. But they're still hanging around waiting on you. And from the looks of it, if you don't make a move towards them, they ain't making a move towards you. Probably not. Looks like they got their mind made up. Let's grab the advice. What's the advice for Leo? What's the advice for Leo? What's the advice? Two more shuffles. Eight of Swords. Okay. Well, you know what this is saying. First of all, I don't think you need this advice because from everything that just came out in that whole reading, it says that you're already doing this. But just ignore any childish attempts to get your attention. I just told Cancer the same shit. I think the two of you are going to need to clear the air one of these days. But this person needs to know that boundaries are set. Especially those of you who have been on and off with this person. Especially you. If you've been on and off with a person, The danger with on and off connections is that the person who is the antagonist, the primary antagonist, usually becomes comfortable being the antagonist, because when you keep letting them come back, that teaches them that there are no real consequences for their actions. Not real ones. Oh, what are you going to do, break up with me? You'll be back. If not, I know the right buttons to push to get you to open the door and let me back. I ain't got to change nothing. Change why? Change why? I know how to get my way. So what do I need to change for? It always works out in my favor in the end. So, yeah. Stand tall, stand strong. What I would do if I was you. Okay, so when I say something needs to be closed out, that doesn't intrinsically mean that you're putting the final nail in the coffin. It can if you want it to, but some of you are really wanting to be with this person. Well, no matter what you want to do, no matter if you want to move forward and find somebody new or reconcile with somebody from your past, you still have to close the old cycle out and wipe the slate clean of all that energy. You know why? Because the primary law is the law of vibration. So if we come back together and we haven't wiped the slate clean of that old vibration, the same fucking shit gonna manifest. You bet your damn skippy ass. So I'd work on doing as much healing as you possibly can on your own before you get closure with this person. And however you go about closing it out, then chill for a little bit, okay? And once you've done enough healing, ask yourself if you even want to revisit the past. I'm not saying that you will or you won't. Just saying that typically, on average, the more healing you do, the less likely you are to want to revisit the past. You may, though, but don't worry about that yet. Cross that bridge when you get to it, okay? All right. Let's see if there's anything new coming in for the singles. Anything new coming in for the singles in the first week of June? Anything new coming in for the singles? Anything new coming in for the singles in the first week of June? 2 more shuffles. Boom. Strength reversed. Ooh, communication. Man, we got that codependency card there, though. So I am seeing new communication coming in, but I'm not convinced that a new start in love is happening in the first week. I know I say this shit all the time, man, but the reason I say it all the time is because it comes through all the time. I think this person is fresh out of a relationship. They just recently got their heart broke, and they're trying to fill a void. Cancer pretty much got the same damn message. Very similar. Very, very, very similar. So, I don't know, though. You're kind of, I don't even know if you're even really feeling a really strong connection with this person, though. I don't know. You may give them a little bit of a chance, and y'all might go through a little bit of a talking phase just to see if it wants to go anywhere, maybe. But, I mean, it doesn't, throughout the first week, it doesn't look like you're tripping and falling over yourself, falling in love with this person. It don't look like it. Don't look like it. Okay. Well, I guess let's just see how the situation plays out. Is there going to be an outcome here? Will there be an outcome for this situation? Nah, you might shut this down. Yep, you ain't jumping head first in willy-nilly because you don't feel that strong of a connection. I honestly don't really feel like you feel a connection at all. So you're probably gonna be like, nah, not doing it. I'm good. It just, we ain't vibing, you know. Okay, well, let's get the advice then. What's the advice for Leo with this situation? What's the advice? Tower. Don't wait too long to make that decision. Don't wait too long. Because frustration and tension, like when you got somebody who's just trying to get into a relationship just to fill a void, just to get somebody else off their mind, just to distract themselves from their heartbreak, that person is probably going to become very frustrated very quickly when things aren't moving the way they want them to move. And tension could start building very quickly. And if you let it string on for too terribly long, keeping this person at an arm's distance while all that tension and frustration is building, pow! It could turn very ugly very quickly. Very quickly, okay? So I'm not saying you have to necessarily just run from it as soon as it feels funny. You can take a little time seeing where this is going. Let your intentions be 100% known. You know, don't lead them on. You know, communicate very clearly and unequivocally. And yeah, it shouldn't take too long. Honestly, I think it should take no more than a week, 2 weeks max, and that's being generous when I say 2 weeks. 2 weeks. If the energy doesn't feel right between me and you in the first 2 weeks, I'm stepping away from this because something ugly is coming. Okay. All right, y'all. I feel like those were the messages that my Leo family needed to hear. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. Thanks again for tuning in and playing along. Don't forget the information for personal readings is right down here in the description. And for those of you catching this on time, don't forget we got a few more days until June 1st. And my course on how to read the tarot is going bye-bye. Still to this day, it is my most popular course. It's been running for 2.5 years now, and it's still my most popular course. People ask about it all the time. I have no idea when I'm going to be able to break it back out, and I don't know what course I'm releasing for the month of June just yet. We're going to figure that out on the fly, but guess what? I am working on a new one behind the scenes, by the way. A really good one. One that people are going to need to hear. So, anyway, check the description if you need any information on that or anything else that you're curious about, all right? I'm out of here now, y'all. I'll see you sometime between now and the rest of all eternity.